Hi, welcome to an introduction to audio clips, something that we have added in SimsUshare version 2.6, which is coming out in the early summer of 2017. Let's see what we can do. If we now, using version 2.6, go to Play Scenarios, I created this example scenario where we have some vehicles passing, we have a fire background, and then we have sound clips that we can click on to activate and click on to stop. We can click on this guy here.
Squad 51 responding from Rampart General. Squad 51 responding from Rampart General.
Now what's really happening is there is a sound token behind him that I'm clicking on. I just made that sound token invisible. So let's see how we actually can do these sounds, add the audio clips, and configure them. Go back to Edit, and I go high-rise there. So you can see I have these audio clips here, which when I click on, just like other plugins, I can move around. Let's take a look at some of the features. I can change audio clips, I can test the sound, I can loop them, I can change volume, I can do panning left and right, I can change the color and brightness of the token. I can say this sound should start after some number of seconds, and whether that's from the beginning of the scenario or whether that is from when the person has entered the location. That's what when timing begins controls. Title gives me the opportunity to change the name right there. So if I'm seeing the audio token, I can distinguish different audio tokens. If I don't want to see the audio, I can go to opacity and just set it to nothing, which is what I actually did. You can see there's an audio clip behind this guy, but that is actually set, as we'll see here. Click on that. We'll see actually the opacity is set at 0. That's why he's not showing up in the actual playing the scenario. Other features of this: title, when time begins, repeat frequency. Now I can loop it immediately, and it's pretty good, but repeat frequency would give me the chance to space out the sound. So if the sound is, let's say, 5 seconds, I set the repeat frequency at 10 seconds. It does sound for 5 seconds, silence 5 seconds, and then sound again. So there's a chance to space out the repetition. Play on tap is how I can actually say if I want to click on the sound rather than have it happen over time. Last step, the last property is add to cache. This is a really popular feature with our pictures. What I can do is I can say, when I bring a first sound in, I can add to cache, and I can say, this is going to be my, I can create my category. I'll call it background, and I'm going to say this one is going to be low fire. And once I do that, now if I go into my plugin menu, you'll see here where I have background, it's added in something where I can now just click on low fire. So I don't have to keep that sound around anymore. It keeps it inside the program, so I can actually use it. Let's say I want to use it on a different scenario. I go here and I just say background low fire, and now
Squad 51 responding from Rampart General.
got the wrong thing, but yeah, that's the basic idea, that you can copy it over into something else. So let's say now I want to go back here. I say that wasn't my background, so I'm going to go to manage my cache and say, well, that wasn't background. I'm going to edit that and say that was the category is going to be it's going to be audio confirmations, and that's going to be Squad 51, whatever. So now when I go back, I go in here and I'm going to have my audio confirmations, and there is Squad 51, which is my cached. So a lot of really interesting things that we can do with the new audio. Like you see here, we can make invisible to put pictures on top.
Squad 51 responding from Rampart General.
Now we have the background sound here, which sounds like it's pretty continuous, but that's because it's good to mix some sounds together, because the looping is not purely seamless. When you mix the volume and you have a couple different sounds together, it sounds really good. Now if I go to another location, the sounds stop. The sounds are only good for the current location. But I certainly can copy over sounds into other locations, and so if I go here, I've done that already on my Bravo side. So it really sounds like it is just continuing. So that's kind of a quick introduction to some of what's available with audio clips. Certainly let us know what you want to see, and look at the documentation for specifics, and just give us a call or email. We have happy to help.